Okay, I'm here at Cadell's Ranch, the Plein Air Artist Ranch Retreat with Tim Haynes, a new painter, recently started plein air painting. Tim, what do you like about this experience?
The bees.
Bees?
I love the yellow jacket.
You're allergic to bees.
But I get to try out my bee repellent schemes.
What do you like about the plein air painting? You're doing it
You
for
know
the
what I
first
like
time.
about it is being really new at it.
Uh-huh.
And everyone is pleasantly surprised and there's no expectations.
Yeah, keep it that way. I'm here at the Plein Air Artist Retreat, Ranch Retreat at Greg Cadell's with Mike Kowalski.
It's big.
Mike lied about the Bigfoot, but anyway.
I did not.
There's Rosie.
You're missing the opportunity of a lifetime.
Oh, hey. Getting to paint with you was pretty good, Mike, and I really enjoyed the comments. But it's not a workshop. It's actually just a retreat for artists. And I don't know about you, but I feel very relaxed, and I didn't do any good paintings, but being here with you and the other artists really made my day, my weekend. How about yourself? What did you particularly enjoy about it?
Well, I like the change of scenery. I live out near the coast, and I don't have a lot of these. I don't have a lot of this kind of scenery to inspire me to do something different. Colors are different here.
It's a pretty unique area.
Atmosphere is different, and the spread here is fantastic. You don't have to go far. I mean, there's a lifetime's worth of paintings just in this valley.
Yeah, well.
So for me, I really love personally the American West, the Intermountain West area, and spend a lot of time in it, but I don't get to visit it much. So
well, you don't paint westerns. You paint scenery, landscapes.
I paint landscapes mostly, a lot of maritime subjects since I live out by the water. I do a lot of figurative stuff as well, but I would say the majority of my work is landscape or landscape oriented. And
well, thanks for coming, Mike and Rosie. It's been a real pleasure.
I got the invitation from Lynn Haynes, and it was impossible to say no to visit the new world and to meet some plein air painters there.
How do you think plein air painting here compares with plein air painting in Europe? Your personal experience.
So far, my personal experience is that you have here so much to paint, and it's something completely different than in Europe. You have here so big, wide elements of landscape and open fields, and the light is different, and it's for me as a European who never, for the first time in the United States, it's overwhelming. It's great.
Nikolai, your style is unique but consistent. Every painting is rendered through your particular plein air style and captures the essence of each scene in a kind of exquisitely, almost reverent, with colors and patterns. How does painting in the New World affect your style, if at all?
What I noticed is during the fall, the regions that we visited, there were special not that much colors. For example, like in dry falls, there were only 4 or 5 main colors, and it's more easy to develop or to show a personal style, because you can mix all these colors on your palette fast, and then you can concentrate more on the shapes and on the composition, and it's easier to find a personal style.
I'm here at the Plein Air Artist Retreat at Greg Caudell's ranch with Diane Sanford. And I invited all these artists because I particularly liked your work. How have you enjoyed being here?
Oh, I love it. Great.
Is it at all affecting how you paint to be in such a terrific valley with these huge rocks? And
Well, there's plenty of subject matter, I'll tell you that, which is wonderful.
It's challenging too.
Yeah.
Do you think you'd like to do this again sometime?
Sure, you bet.
This is a great place to be.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Diane. I appreciate your sharing this with us. This is Rebecca Stouffer, and we're at the Plein Air Artist Ranch Retreat at Greg Caudell's, and Rebecca is doing some value studies. Why do you like to do value studies of a scene?
Well, I'm just trying to break it down into, you know, 4 or 5 shapes, and then it's to me it's a good way to see if it's a good composition by changing the shapes to completely different values in each of the 4 studies, and so that's what I'm doing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure. Hope you come back next year.
Oh, I will. This is great. I love it.
It's a nice area.
It's beautiful.
And over by Lincoln, Dry Falls, that whole area, we couldn't paint enough. It just was too much.
Wow.
Oh, well, thanks for coming.
Thank you for inviting me.
You're the reason that Nikolai ended up here, because I saw your artwork on pleinairning.com first, and I admired it, and then I found Nikolai as a friend on your site. So when I put the idea together for the Plein Air Artist Ranch Retreat, I invited you and the other people I admired their work. So I'm really grateful you came, and I always enjoy painting with you. What has been special for you about this particular event, if anything?
Lynn! Okay, you should have just given me a little bit of warning this. What's been special about this event? Well, getting to meet Nikolai is one of the things, the main thing. I mean, getting to meet someone from Bulgaria that's such a good painter. So
Yeah, his style is really unique.
I love his work.
But your work is
it hasn't been so good this time. Today I haven't come up with anything at all that I want to keep, but I still love being here and I love doing this just to be with the other painters. So that's what's special.
That's the whole point, really.
And Beth's delicious cooking. She's an awesome cook.
Absolutely. And the horses and the other artists.
Yeah.
And,
in fact, there's Nikolai out there now.
Yep. I think the whole thing about the artist retreat as opposed to a workshop is that we just get to enjoy each other and learn by watching other people paint and talk about the different things we paint and why, and it's just a whole other conversation
it's very
level.
Unstructured. That's what I like about it. Yes.
Well, I really appreciate you coming. Thanks. I'm here at Greg Caudell's ranch at the Plein Air Artist Ranch Retreat with Karen Watland, whom I invited because I met her at the Plein Air Festival, and I really liked her work.
Thank you.
Karen, what have you enjoyed about this particular plein air?
Well, I didn't have any expectations because I know when I do, it doesn't matter anyway. Once I get here, you know, it's going to all be different from what I expect. And what I did take from it is what I enjoy most about painting, and that's learning and sharing the information. And everyone here I learned something from, and I love that. And particularly Nikolai, who came from Germany.
Well, this is a great area with all the geological points of interest that really haven't been painted yet.
Yes, and the other thing, Greg's horses, I noticed that they had so much personality. You know, I expected them to just be out there just grazing, but they were interested in everybody painting.
Yep,
they had so much personality. I got lots of good photos of them, so, you know, I'll probably be painting some of those just for my photographs, you know, too.
Sure, yeah.
But, because they don't stand still very long.
No.
But anyway, I would, you know, strongly urge anybody to come to one of these and it's not like a workshop. It's more like just a joining of artists and that are serious about plein air painting. And I say it's equal to a workshop as far as getting information and just discovering your own style and you know, things.
Well, my goal for the artist retreat idea is to give artists a rest from the usual routine of having to try and find things to paint that might sell or their favorite things, and it, for me, has pushed me out of my comfort zone, but I've found a whole new level of comfort and enjoyment just being with artists for days on end.
Yes, I think that this type of a setting gives even more support than if everybody's just learning and taking a workshop, you know, a paid, you know, workshop, and everybody's kind of learning their own things. This is a lot more about each individual person sharing with each other, and so I think in the long run you learn more. I really do.
I'm really glad you came. Thank you.
I am too, and thank you very much for inviting me.
You're most welcome. Okay, this is Greg and Bets Caudell. Greg's finishing a painting that recently made itself a definite plein air candidate by falling face forward, but he salvaged it. Greg, how do you feel about hosting this plein air artist ranch retreat?
Well, I really enjoyed it. I was impressed by how hard everybody worked. We were joking around, you know, that it was a plein air boot camp. And, yeah, I think everybody rose to the occasion and really put out some work. We had some masterpieces made. I think everybody enjoyed each other's company.
Well, I know they enjoyed Bet's cooking. Thank you so much, Bet. That was fabulous. Nobody went hungry, and I think that's what powered our efforts. I really do.
I know I did.
We had great weather, and I want to thank you both for making your home and your gorgeous ranch available.
You bet. Thank you.
Well, we were glad to do it. It's great to see everybody really enjoy the property, and there's so many different places to paint within just a few yards.
I heard a lot of "I'm coming back." This place smote them. I know.
Oh, good.
I'm glad to be back painting here, and I didn't waste a minute as exhausted as I was.
I think everybody got pretty tired by the end of all this. There's a lot of paintings that came out, and it was fun to see them all. It's fun to see the ranch portrayed by different artists.
Well, it was a lot of fun, and I hope everybody comes back next year, and we'll do the same.
Sounds like they will. I heard a lot of, I'd love to do this again. So thanks.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
See you next year.
Organizing. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.